Hello there, YouTube. This is Transformers fan G138. I'm here with a video review of Transformers Cloud Rodimus. And this guy is actually pretty neat. He's a repaint of Generation Springer, which means he retains the triple change feature. Which means he has these helicopter mode, which he's not really supposed to have, but it's nice that he has it. Anyway, rotor spin's nice. Overall, pretty cool looking little figure. You can really tell the Rodimus colors in there. They use the traditional darker red for him, which is great. He also has the orange as well as the yellow in here. He's got the flames. You know, even though he's a helicopter, he looks very much Rodimus to me. But, yeah. So it's fun. But I wanted to show off the package real quick, which I have misplaced and cannot find. So I apologize for that. And I can't get my chair to move. There we go. So, back to Rodimus. We have helicopter mode. Spins. Yay. That's pretty much all it does. They painted the landing gear here, which is fantastic extra detail. There's a lot of paint applications to this. As normal, the Japanese exclusives do not reduce paint. In fact, it increases it. Back here, we have the gray that will eventually become his legs. It's a really cool gunmetal gray with a kind of metallic swirls in there. Really looks sharp. So, let's go ahead and transform him into the other vehicle mode. Oh, the downside I've noticed, they actually painted the inside of the socket here. So, yeah. There's probably no paint left in there after this, but minor details. Alright, let's start with the back fender here. Just pop those up. Straighten that out. Bring this down. Flip this around while rotating this back. Do that to the other side. Flip it over, we'll grab these, slide these up and into place. And we'll take the top of the vehicle mode and swing this back so it locks in here, and this back part will sit nice-ish back here. Where are you at? So that'll kind of just rest in there. Grab these and reform the panel. Flip this up. Rotate that. So one of these arms was having a problem the other day. The joint doesn't want to stay, but with enough messing around with it, it'll eventually just kind of stay in place, especially when you tab it in back here. Tab this in here. Of course, I'm not going into super detail with this, because if you want to see super detail, look up the Springer review, or any review of that mold. Well, we'll repeat that on this side. These arms, these side panels, are the most finicky part of any portion of this guy's transformation. And there we have. I'll flip these up. And then that happens, of course. Re-tab these in. Gonna try to get everything to line up again. Anyway, there you go. Fold the landing gear again, and here we have his vehicle form. Took me 5 minutes to get him there, but whatever. Very cool looking IDW inspired from the More Than Meets the Eye comic book. So he definitely has the more rugged look to him. But it fits for what they were going for. Definitely an IDW styled Rodimus, which is nice. This, you'll just untab, rotate this to the side. That'll lock in, and this comes up both sides and meet in the center to form his sword. And we can store this under here if I remember how. Just like it locks in here somehow. I feel really bad right now because I don't remember. Alright, this locks in here somehow. I think it actually fits under here. I think that's, yep, because these tab right into the hilt. Like that. And then the gun, again, goes on top, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. The gun actually has some cool features. It's got paint on it this time. Like the other two, it has a 2-stage launch. So first stage launches one missile, and second stage launches the second one. Pretty cool. Instead of launching both at once. Always neat to see something like that, even though they're just pop friction missile things. But hey, it's not bad. Yeah, one of the cool features, painted rims. Has not happened on either of the other two versions, which is fantastic to see here. Also, we got some additional paint apps. The front of the car really screams Rodimus. And I know a lot of people are mad because, oh, it doesn't look like Rodimus. Read the More Than Meet the Eye comic books. It looks like the current Rodimus. I'll give you that. No, he didn't have a sword, but hey, the sword's pretty cool. I like swords. So, that was an added bonus. And some people will ask me, why did I spend ridiculous amounts of money on this guy? My answer? Because it's Hotrod. He's one of my favorites. Always has been, and probably always will be. So, now you probably want to see what he looks like in robot mode, huh? Okay. So, to get him in robot mode, we'll start by... Oh, by the way, he rolls fantastically well. So, we'll start by grabbing these tabs. Popping them out. And then rotating them around. Cover the wheel. I don't like how loose that is all of a sudden. That was nice and tight a few minutes ago. Untab the wheels. And we'll pull these out to the side. And once we're here, we'll fold these in for a minute. We'll mess around with those in a few minutes. I just like getting those out of the way. So next here, we'll take this, flip it down, take this whole assembly, snap it down. We'll do that on this side too. Fold the yellow thing down by the bottom of the leg, lock this into place. Then we'll bring the whole foot assembly forward, heel back, we'll do the same on this side. And then we have his legs. Flip this panel up so it's out of the way. Now we get to play around with the front. So for the arms, we'll bend this piece back out, rotate this around, lock it into place, grab hold of the fist and rotate that out, and then finish the forearm assembly by bringing these panels back up. And now we're almost there. We're in the home stretch. So, I'm gonna just adjust the camera here. Okay, so now we are just going to raise the head up at the same time. There we go. Raise the head up at the same time. You want to be careful with this one because this head's almost all paint. We'll come in here and flip the landing gear as far back as possible so we don't have to deal with that. And there's a nice sweet spot in here that we can get the head to clear the chest. Sometimes are pretty hard to find. I just want to be careful not to scratch the paint. It's a fairly expensive figure. There we go. Once the head is through, you can rotate the chest down into place. And then we'll take these side panels and tab them into the side of the chest. And that'll lock everything in place very nicely. And we just untab the arms. And there we have Rodimus almost completely in robot mode. Next, what are we missing? His traditional yellow spoiler, which unfortunately is attached to his arms the way Springer was designed, but it gives him a very cool look. It gives him the look of it without actually having it in the way of his arms. So, overall, pretty cool figure. Very much looks like Rodimus. He is missing his arm guns, but what are you going to do? It's a Springer repaint. Head looks very convincing here. Let me see if I can get close up here. There you go. Very much a Rodimus looking head with the fins. A lot of people say, oh, it just looks like Springer. Anyway, I like it the way it is. He screams Rodimus to me, and he definitely screams IDW Rodimus in some of the positions you can put him in. Like this. Very much looks like... Oh, you can't see any of that because it's unfocused. There we go. So, to me, it looks very much like IDW Rodimus, and I love that. You know, you can give him his sword, give him a gun. Why not? My only drawback of this figure are the white knee spurs. I wish these were gray or a different color, but overall, it's not bad. And as a nice comparison, here he is with the protector armor, Dusty protector armor. But there's the protector armor with the classics Rodimus next to our new Rodimus. And the white still plays into this figure too, so can't get rid of it entirely. But I like the looks of this guy. He looks very much more Rodimus-like than this guy does. That's just my opinion, though. This guy was my Rodimus Prime stand-in for a long time. And here's another Rodimus figure to throw in the mix. So, I highly like this guy. This guy is going right on my Lost Light shelf, along with Ultra Magnus, Ratchet, Perceptor, and the others from members of the Lost Light. Like, wow, I'm doing terrible with names tonight, but now posability. We have swivel joint, ratchet joint, elbow. We got a hinge in here due to transformation. We got a swivel, ball and socket, as well as a hinge. So a lot of range of motion in the arms. Ball and socket head. No waist. But we do have a double hinge with a very wide range of motion, which is somewhat limited, but not really if you transform it properly, like I didn't. A little bit limiting, but overall, not bad range of motion. You can do some really crazy poses. We have a hip swivel, as well as a ratchet knee. The knee spurs move out of the way. The foot does move a little bit, because of the transformation method. And we can do incredible things. Highly like this guy, and I gave him a rank of a 7.6 out of 10. That averages in everything. So not too high, but definitely not too low. Highly recommend this guy if you are a fan of the character or a fan of the IDW comics. He fits in very well with the rest of the characters. Anything else? I don't think so. Price range, I got him for about $90. That was off Big Bad Toy Store. And he just came in yesterday, so I'm very happy with him. Now I just gotta find a new home for this guy. He's going somewhere on my shelves, I just don't know where yet. This guy looks way better on that shelf. I think that's it. Next up for a review, though, is our Generations Brainstorm figure. So, if you want to stick around, that video will be up next. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please post a comment down below, and I will answer them for you. Any comments, concerns, criticisms, also post down below, and I will get back to you too. Transform and roll out.